Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can use Canva Pro for free. Now, using Canva Pro for free isn't the easiest, okay? So basically, what you're going to do is obviously you're going to go to Pro Individuals, and right now, obviously, you can get it for 50% off. So that's a good thing. But the fun part about using this Pro is you can simply go ahead to Invideo, Elements, or even Creative Fabrica. So these are two websites that give all the stock images, elements, and stuff that you can find on Canva Pro, but they give it for a even lower and more decent price, sometimes even free. So just use Creative Fabrica and Envato Elements for your buying of premium things, and you should be good to go. So to start things off, what we're going to be doing is first of all, we're going to come over to canva.com. So I'm going to be showing you how you can, generate images using AI and then how you can implement it into actual designs. Okay. So to start things off, what we are going to do is we're going to come over here to apps. Now, once you go to apps, from here, what's going to happen is you're going to come down here and you're going to click on AI powered. Now, once you click on AI powered, you get tons and tons of generators. You get Dolly, you get Imagine, and all of these different types of things. Now, the best ones are Magic Media and Dolly, so it depends on whichever you want to use. I would suggest going with the Magic Media because obviously that's Canva's very own Magic AI generator, but I'm also going to use Dolly just to give you an idea on how both of these work, okay? So to start things off, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open this up, okay? And I'm going to open this up in a new design. I'm going to open up a new design and let's give it some Instagram post radius. So once we do that, I'm going to come to Magic Media as well, just to, get a basic idea on a new design. So again, I'm going to come here, Instagram post. So here we have two Magic AI image generators, Dolly and, Magic Media. So they both work very, similarly. All you're going to need to do is you're going to need to put in a prompt. Now, when it comes to Magic Media, you can use images and you can create videos. It uses Runway to create videos. It's experimental right now, and you have 5 credits, okay? Even in this, you have 50 credits. So basically, after using these 50 credits on photos and 5 credits on videos, you're going to have to, buy Canva Pro. Without that, you won't be able to use it. Dolly, on the other hand, only gives you 3 credits. After that, you have to buy Canva Pro, and that is how you're going to be using Dolly. So I'm going to be using these credits for you guys today and, showing you the full capability of the stuff. So first of all, you have styles and aspect ratio. Which aspect ratio do you want this in? I'm going to keep it in square so it fits well. And then we have styles. So you have photography styles, you have digital art styles, and then you have fine art styles. So let's first of all go with this. I'm going to go with some vibrant styling. And from vibrant styling, it says describe the image that you want and we will generate it for you. You can also, by the way, try an example where it tells you this stuff. The dim lit room with people eating at a table, 18th century. But I'm going to, take that off and I'm going to write my own prompt. So I'm going to go ahead and write 5 people standing on a hill, camera hand at their backs, and obviously we're 5 people standing on a hill, camera panned at their backs, and obviously we're gonna go ahead and add landscape, retro, sunny, city life in front of them, Cadillac beside them. Okay, so that's a very hefty, prompt. So let's go ahead and generate that. Let's see what it gives us, and you know, let's see where it takes us from. So we're just gonna wait for it to generate, and I'm gonna bring it back to you. So as you can see on the left-hand side, now you have your prompts generated. So you have 4 prompts, this, and this. Now you can see the vibrant vibe from it. It looks pretty cool, right? So I'm going to bring this one over here just to see how it looks. And look at that. And now if we increase its size, that's the best part about creating an image through AI. You never lose its quality as like even if you make it big. So look at that. city in the bag. It seems retro, gives a very vibrant vibe. Now, obviously, the faces of the people aren't the greatest. Now, the reason for that is, because AI doesn't really capture a real life person's face very well. But yeah, you get the main vibe of it, and you get 4 variants of it. Plus, you can also change its style from the style section. So let's say I want it to be neon, and I'm gonna click on generate it again. So let's say you're trying to make a collage, okay? So just gonna keep it like this, and I'm just gonna increase its size a bit. There we go. So now you can pretty easily create a collage with the other pictures as well. So look at that. It started creating these retro images. So I'm gonna add this one over here, and look at how cool that looks, Like this is the type of stuff that Canva is good at creating. So I'm just gonna match it over here, and look at that. So now we have a very retro and cool vibe going on. Then let's go with some concept art. And while we're at this, let's also go ahead and discuss Dolly, okay? So in Dolly, you do the same thing, but in this, there's no style. You're just gonna enter your prompt and they're gonna give it to you. So, let's go ahead and write retro image of, so I'm gonna write retro image of a metal band performing at Woodstock. Woodstock is this performance venue, so I'm just going to go ahead and generate this. All that is being generated. Look at that. So now it's created a concept art, and that looks really nice. It looks really cool. I'm just going to add it to my design, make it smaller. There we go. And obviously, you're just going to wait for the quality to settle in. It takes a few seconds to load in. And there we go. Now the quality settled in. And finally, what we're going to do is let's change it to Filmic as well. Let's say I want a Filmic font. And while that is going on, look at this. DALL-E has created this for us. Now, DALL-E basically gives you the most realistic pictures, in my opinion. Like after Midjourney and Stable Diffusion, obviously, DALL-E will give you very realistic pictures. So look at this. It actually looks like a band poster. Again, the faces, don't go on them because, it's AI. AI is not the greatest at faces, but you get the retro vibe. And this is actually Woodstock. Woodstock stage did look like this. It's a metal band performing and, pretty cool stuff. And finally, we're over here. We get the filmic vibe. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to add it right here. Make it smaller. There we go. And yeah, there we are. So you can see we made this 4 picture collage through AI. We made it through Magic AI. We made it through the magic pictures that we just used. And I'm simply going to go ahead and download this. And then you have this as well. And you're going to see that the image quality of these is absolutely out of this world. Simply click on create new video. Now, the main basic components of editing in CapCut are pretty simple to get your head along. So you're going to come here, obviously choose your aspect ratio. Once you do that, you're going to click on upload video. So once you do that, here you can see I have a video. I'm just going to paste it over here and it comes into the timeline. Now, once you have it over here, you get quite a lot of tools. So here's the split tool over here where you can split different aspects of the video. Obviously, choose the video before splitting. Then there's split scene where you can automatically find scenes in a video and split the video into several clips, which is basically AI related. Then you can download a certain clip if you want to. You can flip a clip horizontally if you want to. So if you come here, look at that. This clip is flipped. Then you have cropping, reversing, and all the main components on this side. And these are the editorial designing tools on the right side with audio, animation, speed, background, and all. And there's elements that you can add, transcriptions, effects, transitions, filters, and a whole lot more. So these are the CapCut editing components, and it's pretty simple to edit on this, and this is how you're going to do it.
Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to edit a TikTok video like a pro. Let's launch the app and let's pick up the video that we want to upload today. I select this small short video from the Central Park. First thing that you want to do is you want to click on the lower arrow so you will extend the settings. Now you'll be able to see all the available functionalities and things that you can actually change on your video. Let's start with the basics. Let's start with the captions, especially if you have a video in which you wanna, serve a message to the people so people will be able to read and understand you much better. In our case, we do have people singing in the park, so I am going to keep the subtitles, the captions, and I'm going to edit them. I'm going to make them pop up by putting a background with white color. Then you can hold the captions with your finger and slide them to the lower end of the screen, so you will have a better positioning. Second thing that it is very important is, of course, the filters. We want to make, especially when the video is taken outside, you want to make the whole footage pop out. In this our case, we use the worm, so you see how the foliage at the back popped out. It's very nice. It's very important, especially if the video is taken outside. Another thing that also is very important is that you will see that you have the option to use text. You can use text in this particular case for simply put a title, so you can direct the audience what they're expecting to see, or you can simply map up the location, even though you do have the options later on to tag the location. In our case, we are going to use the text just simply to pinpoint where is it, what is happening on the screen, because someone might be at work and not being able to actually listen or play the actual sound. Essentially, you can see there are plenty of other options on the site, but you're not gonna need all of them in most cases. In most cases, you're only gonna need the captions, the filters, the text, and in some cases some other functions. Next part is the sweetest part, the search engine optimization for the actual post. Let's start with the easy part. Let's map up the location. In our case, it's New York. Let's start with 2-3 sentences. Usually this is enough. If you optimize for the search engine, this will help you essentially to not only deliver the message, but find the right viewers for your video, people who are actually interested in this type of content. In our case, we are going to use a live concert in Central Park, and also we are going to include during the weekend, because this is another very popular search term. A lot of people are looking for things to do in the city over the weekend. Then of course the hashtags. FYP is supposed to be the first hashtag, more generic, but this is what people usually comes into the algorithm. Followed by, of course, we are having things to do in New York City, which is more niche down hashtag. And the last one, of course, is going to be weekend, because this is again niching down the topic of the video and the content in the video itself. Basically, that's it. Last but not least, you want to make sure that the cover of your video is arranged and it's attractive and it collects a lot of attention. So now all we gotta do is to click on select cover, something that you see on the top right corner. Usually you wanna pop something that had a zoom in footage. In some case that you will actually drag the curiosity into your video so people will click and see it. We choose a small part of the actual background of the foliage of the park. Basically, that's it. Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to edit videos on the iPhone itself. Very easy guys, very simple. You can edit your videos for absolutely free. We did make a video about how you can edit your photos, so you want to make sure you watch this full in that 8-minute tutorial. Now I'm gonna show you how to do something similar with your videos over here. So first thing you want to do when you're at your video, as you can see over here, you want to go up to the edit button on the upper right corner. We want to click edit. So now our editing process begins over here. First thing first, you want to adjust the length of the video itself. As you can see over here, you can move it left, right, you can extend or reduce the duration of the video. So this is very important, and this is like I said, the very beginning, because you want to make sure that you're aware of the actual contrast and the whole information. On the upper left corner, you will see that we actually muted the video, so it will not We actually muted this video simply because we don't want to mix the voices and the sound from the video and me speaking to you guys. But you can actually unmute if you click over here. As you saw, we have two options, on and off. On the lower side of the screen, guys, you will have the option to adjust the actual video, the second function over here. Now, with the adjustments, we are going to proceed with the very basic first automatic adjustments. This is the function where people clicking and selecting when they are not willing to do the job individually. They're not willing to go through different elements. They're simply clicking this and they move on. In our example, we're not going to utilize this and we're going to keep it at 0. We're going to proceed with individual edits. The first one of which is the actual exposure. Exposure is what sometimes appears to be when you took a very bright elements in the dark room or in the dark background. The exposure will help you again to reduce the difference between the both objects, the background and the focus image, so it will make it smoother. Otherwise, if it was like this, it will be very hard for you to see it. But now with the exposure, we can kind of mute both and make them to align. The second option is the highlights. This is where you are going to see how particular elements of the image are becoming alive and becoming much more natural. If you look at over here, how the car is getting much more alive, much more like a movie vibe, more vintage look versus the regular street image. The next option is the shadows. Shadows are helping you to reduce any brightness or any distraction around the image. So for example, if I want to have all the focus around the object next to the car, I'm going to increase the actual shadow, and now the focus will be on the car and on the person next to the car. If I want to do the opposite and have a general focus not on particular image or object, I'm gonna reduce the actual gap, and this is what is going to happen. Now everything is in focus. The next option is the contrast. This is where the colorful items will pop and everything else will become muted. As you see the shadow, you see how the shadow of the car is moving, the shadow of the person is moving and is getting darker and darker. The next one is the brightness. This is where a lot of people are actually not doing a good job. The brightness helps you only when you have a picture that is taken during the nighttime without a flashlight. In any other scenario, brightness simply could make small details from the image to disappear, and we don't want that. So be very careful with the brightness. The next one is the black point. I like this one because this simply could reduce the glare. Sometimes look at the reflections of the car, right? Look at the reflections of the person next to the car. Now when we increase the black point, this reflection simply disappears, reduces the glare and makes things much clearer. The next one is the saturation. This simply boosts the colors. So if there is something that is black and white, it's not going to make any difference on the image, but anything colorful will pop. Just watch the car. The car is red, right? See how the car turned into burgundy. You see how the shoes, the brown shoes, turn very colorful. And everything that was black remained black, everything that was white remained white. The next one is the vibrance. This is same as saturation, just a slightly lighter version. If I move around, you're not gonna see as crazy colors. You're gonna see much sharper outlook of the video itself, but not gonna be crazy. The next one is the warmth. This is very useful considering taking pictures outdoor or taking pictures of flowers or gardens, because sometimes you might take a picture of foliage and there might not be a sun, and you cannot take a nice warm autumn picture with a lot of colors if there is no sun. But if you have this function, you can simply increase the warmth and everything will get to its place. The colors will pop, even the dark sky will get a little warmer. The last options are the tint function. This is simply changing the tone of the colors. For example, the burgundy will change into different color if we use the tint. Now it gets a little greenish, right? It can go all the way to the yellow palette. Not so useful in my opinion, guys. The next one is the sharpness. This is where you can actually turn your image into a caricature. So if we increase this one, you will see that this is like an old vintage, like a comics hero, right? I think it's cool. The next one is the definition. So this is actually smooth all the caricature effects. Makes it again smooth, not so sharp, not so pointy. I like it. It definitely smooths the image and the overall picture. The next one, of course, will be the noise reduction. If you have any spots that are losing, that are making the picture looks not high quality, this is where you're gonna reduce this by simply utilizing the noise reduction. Last one is the vignette. Well, this is again not so useful. This brings, I would say, very small details sometimes to pop, but not always. Essentially, guys, this is everything that you need to know when you're editing your videos on your iPhone. For more tips and tricks like this, guys, subscribe and come back for more. Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you easy and simple way that you can edit viral Instagram reel videos, okay? You're gonna do it inside the Instagram. You're not gonna need any third-party software or app. Very easy, very simple. Let's launch the Instagram app first. Now guys, let's create a brand new post. Click on the lower center of the screen, hit the plus sign. Now let's try to slide on the side from post to reels. In this example over here, guys, I'm going to use this image over here and we're going to create reels out of it. Okay, so the first thing I want you to pay very close attention is to the upper settings. So first of all, if you click on the first one, you will be able to download the actual reel in this particular setting before you edit anything. The second one is essentially if you want to add the music sounds are over here. You can essentially pick from what is currently trending and you can actually search by the title. So if I go back, there is a search bar on top. You can search for an artist or you can search for an actual title of a song. You can include voiceovers, you can import music over here from your device, right? So plenty of options over here, guys. The next thing is that if you want to create a particular filter on top of it, you can simply utilize some of these that will change the way how your content looks like. Not too hype about it. This is usually for people who are more creative and they don't have like a straightforward content. The next option is if you want to include a particular sticker. In our case, you can include functions like captions, you can include links, you can include some of this stuff, or you can simply come over here and look for whatever you want to upload. If there is like a birthday celebration or something, you can always do it, but remember, everything has to align with the overall idea, right? If the guy who is driving the car is having a birthday, right, you can put it over here, or you can put it over here. When you're finishing with the overall simple editing, we want to click next. Then guys, you want to create your metadata, meaning you need to create a title, which in our case will be simple Ferrari Monza test drive. Okay, then you want to come down over here. Probably a lot of you wonder why I didn't use hashtags. If you look at the most recent updates from the Instagram algorithm, the most viral post didn't carry any hashtags. And also pay attention to the promoted content on the platform. Even the promotion ads didn't have hashtags on their own post, so pay very close attention. The other people know something that you don't. Now I'm going to click on tag people. In our case, I'm going to add tag with the actual brand, which is a Ferrari, right? And then we're going to proceed to including audience. Our audience is everyone, simply because we want to generate more traffic. You can play with the topics. You can select a topic. For example, it could be cars, car enthusiasts, sports. It can be transportation, sports cars. Don't make it too niche down, okay? One, two categories I think will work the best. Next, you want to include the location. We are in Malibu in this particular picture, right? And I think that's basically all it, guys. Hit next and proceed with publishing, guys. This is how simple it is to edit your reels inside the Instagram app. You don't need CapCut, you don't need any complicated software. Everything is right over here, guys. For more videos like this, subscribe and like this video.
Mango Animate Whiteboard Tutorial. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you all are doing great and are having an amazing and absolutely incredible day. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can use Mango Animate, which is a pretty powerful animation video maker, and create one of the best whiteboard animations. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over to mangoanimate.com. From here, you're going to click on Learn More on Mango WM. So here it is, Whiteboard Animation Video Maker. So what you're going to do is you're going to buy this product, and it says Attract, Engage, and Explain Stunning Whiteboard Videos created with Mango WM. It has pre-built templates. It has lively animations, free media library, large selection of hand types, powerful voiceovers, and a whole lot more. Then you get all these highlighted features as well, where it's easy to use, full multi-timeline editing, caption and audio features, lively 3D characters, share to everywhere, and easy output options. So how it works is what you're going to do is you're going to pick an object to get started, which is basically a blank whiteboard. You're going to edit your backgrounds, animations, captions, effects, etc. And then you have export and share, where you can export your videos and share them around. And it's pretty easy to use this. As you can clearly see, a really good and rough idea of how this stuff works. And yeah, that's the basic idea and basic concept of how we're going to work with this. So that's basically about it when it comes to Mango's whiteboard. Thank you for watching, and I'll see all of you next time. Goodbye. Clipchamp tutorial. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Clipchamp and how you can use this absolutely incredible software for your video editing. So Clipchamp is a new software that was released by the people at Microsoft, okay? And this is a software that allows you to get one of the best styles of video editing out there. Now, to start things off, you're going to go to clipchamp.com and you're going to go on try for free to create an account. And it's obviously a part of Microsoft, so you can actually get it from the Microsoft store, okay? Now, once you go over there, it says quick and easy video editor, try for free, smart tools that help you create content. You have auto captioning, where you can automatically create accurate captions in over 140 languages with their speech to text technology, and you can convert it into readable caption in absolute minutes. Then you have text to speech, where you can convert any type of text into any speech. You know, it's like an AI speaking, which is pretty incredible. You can resize your videos in the easiest way. And obviously, the video editor gives you a lot of things to work with. You know, create a video in your own way. You can bring your videos to life. You can enhance and elevate all your videos, and video editing in Clipchamp is absolutely for everyone. So for sure, I would definitely urge you users out there to create videos with Clipchamp, and everything will go your way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see all of you next time. Goodbye. Clipchamp video editing tips. Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to be quickly showing you Clipchamp and all the video editing tips and tricks that you need. Now, Clipchamp is basically a new software that was introduced by Microsoft, okay? And what Clipchamp does for you is, you know, it makes video editing a whole lot easier. So there's a lot of editing tips that you can gain from Clipchamp, okay? There's a lot of tips and tricks that you can get. So to start things off, first of all, you're going to install Clipchamp. So once you install Clipchamp, you can install it from their main website, or you can install it from your Microsoft Store. Now from there, what you're going to want to do is, first of all, you have text to speech, okay? So text to speech is one of the best features in my opinion, okay? It gives you any type of text, okay? And you can turn it into speech. You can write anything like, hi, my name is John, and it's going to get into speech. Then there's auto captions, where if a person is saying something, which is basically speech to text, okay? So whatever the person is saying, the captions are going to appear. Then you can resize a video, like you can make a video big, make a video small without making it blurred. You have a speaker coach, and you can actually transform your videos with actual elements that you get. And if you get it for free, there's unlimited video creation with no watermark. And the video editing is for everyone, okay? You can create it perfectly for creators. It's helpful for businesses and essential for all you educators out there. So that's the basic idea of Clipchamp. Thank you for watching, and I'll see all of you next time. Goodbye. Roblox text-to-speech. Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be quickly showing you text-to-speech on Roblox and how you're going to activate it. So Roblox text-to-speech is a new beta that you can actually see on their Roblox website, okay? Now Roblox text-to-speech is basically a server that they added, okay? And this text-to-speech server allows you to, actually write some text and it will be converted into speech through AI. So this is a beta server that you can actually join and it's pretty incredible. Okay, and it's obviously for all you users out there who just want to have fun around in Roblox, and this text-to-speech feature is pretty incredible. Definitely use it if you want to get a proper text-to-speech support. Even the forums at Roblox have given you the privileges to get, the text-to-speech sequences. So, you can't really turn text to audio in all servers because, you don't really get that privilege currently. But you can turn your mic on, obviously through privacy. You're going to configure your age and everything, turn off your account restrictions, and then just go to the text-to-speech server and then use text-to-speech, write any text, and it's going to be converted into a voice. So that's pretty much about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see all of you next time. Goodbye.
Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to use text-to-speech on TikTok. Let's dive in. First of all, let's launch the TikTok app. So first of all, what you want to do, you want to create a brand new TikTok as usual. Let's say, for example, you want to click on text. First option will be welcome, right? We're going to use welcome in our example. And when you're done with inputting the text, you can also edit the appearance of the text. You can choose between different fonts. You can add different scripts, something that could be more friendly, something that could be more sophisticated, more formal. When you finish editing the fonts, all you gotta do is to click on top. It says text to speech.
Welcome!
Here, as you can see, you have plenty of different voices where you can actually choose your voice to be
Welcome!
pronounced from. You can see that you have something that is more friendly, something that sounds like a guru, like a male or female voice. You have a narrator, you have a metro. So essentially when you choose one, you gotta click on it and you have to press done.
Welcome!
Because you have the done option here, it's very important that you gotta drag down the whole text, and then holding on the text itself will simply allow you to edit it, right? So now when you are able to edit it, right, you can remove the actual center. You're able to edit it, the length or the positioning. So essentially now if you try to add this as a welcoming part of the actual video, you can decide how long this Santa sound, for example, will be. Is this sound will be at the beginning, or there should be some other part edited prior to the welcoming part? You want to make sure that you consider this because this is very, very important. Best of all, guys, this is how you're using text-to-speech inside the TikTok app while you're editing. Also, you want to make sure that you're placing the text-to-speech at the right place at the right time of your video. Don't forget that when you actually choose the voice, when you pick up the font and the text, you want to make sure that you place all this at the exact frame, at the exact moment of the video. Otherwise, everything else will not make so much sense. Subscribe and come back for more.